Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Mrs. Bandu's Math Movies. This is for Course 2, 4th period, Lesson 4-1. Our objective in this lesson is to write and evaluate algebraic expressions, which is basically the title of the section as well. All right, we do have a couple of definitions. The first one is a variable, and a variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents one or more numbers. Okay, so often you're going to see like X, A, B, etc. Okay? An algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase with at least one variable. Variable. Okay. All right. So that might be something like 2x or y plus 7 or 15 minus c, etc. Okay? All right. Writing algebraic expressions. Write an algebraic expression for each word phrase. So what we're doing in this part is we're looking at phrases and then translating them into numbers and variables and operations. Okay, the first one's done for you. 6 less than D dollars. That's going to be D minus 6. Because if it's less than D, you have to start with D and subtract 6. Okay, so you want to be very careful about questions like this. You have to take them in the context in which the terms are used. So particularly with subtraction expressions, you want to be careful. The first number or variable isn't always the first thing you write down because you have to take it in context. We will talk about this and practice on this quite a bit in class, by the way. Okay, B, the sum of S students and 9 students. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Sum means add, so S plus 9. C, 12 times B boxes. Again, pretty straightforward here. That would be 12B. Now remember, when a number and a variable are written side by side, no real space in between them, scrunched right up together, however you want to think about it, that's a shorthand way of writing times. Okay? You could also write 12 times B like that, or with the times, either of those two time symbols. But as we get deeper into algebraic work, we're going to not use these symbols because they can be mistaken for the letter X, a decimal point. Here there's no symbol to mistake. Okay. Excuse me. Goodness, I'm sorry. 20 hours of work divided equally among W workers. So that's 20 divided by W. Again, this is the preferred way to write it when we, because we are venturing into algebra, but you might also see it like 20 divided by W as well. So we're transitioning from things written more like you did as a younger student into things more like you're going to be expected to do in an algebra class. So just keep that in mind. All right, number 2. The cost of a package of markers is D dollars. Write an algebraic expression for the total cost in dollars of 7 packages of markers. So the number of packages times the cost per package. If D is the cost per package, that's going to give me 7, the number of packages, times D, the amount that each package costs. So an algebraic expression for the total cost in dollars is 7D. Okay. This one's moving a little quickly, so if you need to pause to think about what was said or written, please go ahead and do so. Okay, write 3 different word phrases for 2y. Okay, probably the easiest and most obvious is 2 times y. Another one, the product of 2 and y. Another one, 2 multiplied by y. And there would be others as well. These are 3 fairly straightforward ones, and it says 3 different. They're all a little bit different. So and again, there could be others as well. So this is just an example of 3. Okay. Let's see what's on my next page. And this is evaluating algebraic expressions. Now, first of all, a lot of people like to think that evaluate and solve mean the same thing. Evaluate basically means to find the value of an expression after you substitute in numbers or values for the variables. So it's kind of, when you see this, you should be thinking of 2 steps. Substitute in, and then simplify as much as possible. Okay, so yes, we are finding the answer after we put this in there, but it's still not solving. Solving is when we have to find out, we don't know the value of the variable. In evaluating, we do know that value, so we're going to look at that at the moment. All right, so we want to evaluate each expression, use values r equals 8, s equals 1, and t equals 3. So my first expression is 6 times the quantity t minus 1. When it's in parentheses like that, that's the appropriate way to read that. Okay, so I'm going to substitute in place of t, I'm going to put in 3. And I'm going to follow order of operations. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 6 times 2 is 12. So that tells me that when I have this expression and I put in the number 3 and evaluate, I get the value of 3. So the value of the expression when t is 3 is 12. Okay. Here's another one. S divided by the quantity S plus L. Oh, T, excuse me. So I'm going to substitute R with 8, S with 1, and T with the number 3. Okay, so again, that's my first step. Now I'm going to simplify. That's already simple. 8 is 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. And now I'm going to divide. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So when substituting in the values given above, this expression has a value of 8. Of 2. Goodness. All right. You now have 4 quick check questions. Please have those ready for next time we meet in class. Please bring in any questions that you want me to answer and try to clarify. I look forward to seeing you soon.